realizing that I have to be a productive adult, that I have to pay my own bills, that I have to take care of myself, I have to find a place to live, roof over my head, and the fact that I have to find a job that I'll be comfortable with for the rest of my life. And it's just difficult.
Not necessarily changing how you talk, but maybe just some of the wording and being as clear as possible. I like to use bullet points. I hate it when people send like a really long, wordy email and they get mad if you don't send one in return, but I think short, concise, to the point, meet the person where they're at, give a little background, things of that nature.
I got out of college, I own buildings.
I think hard work is probably more than the number of hours you put in, but I think it's the quality of time you put in. I'm willing to say that somebody that works 6 hours a day works harder than someone that works 12 hours a day if those 6 hours aren't spent on Facebook or something like that.
A typical baby boomer, I think, is a very structured day, is used to putting in long hours. The whole work-life balance thing, I think, is something that comes with the younger generation that maybe they don't appreciate as much and don't understand. And hours in equals, success.
I mean, I think there tends to be a little bit more of put your time in attitude. Like our generation tends to have the I want this now attitude, and I think the older generation tends to have a, earn it, put your time in. You're not going to be the CEO on year 3. I think family orientated, family values, and I think one of the biggest differences with dealing with older coworkers a lot as a single young person is having to, they're balancing a lot more on their plate than I am. And then I think that's reflected in not only sometimes their work, but their perhaps stress levels at work or their priorities.
I would describe the typical baby boomer as definitely by the age of over 40. They come from a different generation where people stay at companies a lot longer than they do nowadays. They're more loyal to the company instead of just loyal to themselves, so to speak. And they expect, I guess, the corporation or the company to be more of a paternalistic, I guess, compared to my generation where we know that jobs aren't permanent and things change, and you have to adapt to a change in organizational structure, you have to adapt to a change in whatever else may come up and not complain about it.
They tend to be married, have kids who are not just toddlers but teenagers, and they're very involved with their families. They cook a lot every night, cook on weekends, and mainly talk about their kids.